Well, it's been a day of real drama here at Anfield. Liverpool emerging triumphant 4-3 against Crystal Palace to move 7 points clear at the top of the Premier League table. It was a crazy, chaotic game, especially in the second half. 6 goals where it twisted and turned one way and then the other. You could spend quite a long time picking holes in that Liverpool performance because it was very different than what we've become accustomed to this season. Nowhere near the level today. Defensively, some really sloppy mistakes that Palace were able to capitalise on. But the only thing that matters really is that Liverpool found a way to win. And at this stage of the season, with what Liverpool are chasing, that's everything that every Liverpool fan that was here today wanted to see. It doesn't matter how you do it, you just need to win, and Liverpool tick that box. But those supporters, wow, they were certainly put through the ringer here today. Great scenes after the final whistle, and Klopp went up to the Kop and delivered a flurry of fist pumps and was beating his chest and embracing his players, because I think he knew just how important that result was today. There were times in that game where Liverpool were under huge pressure, where you could sense the anxiety levels in the stands, but rather than buckle, they stood tall and they showed immense levels of character to dig themselves out of the holes that they found themselves in. I thought there were a couple of big performances. I thought I gave man of the match to Fabinho. I thought he was excellent again. He's just growing in stature with every passing week at the moment. Back in his usual midfield role today, and I thought he really stamped his authority on it, especially second half. And I thought Jordan Henderson, the captain, did very well alongside him as well. And then of course, the front three, great for all three of them to get on the score sheet. There's been times this season where it's been at the other end that we've really admired Liverpool in terms of just how tight and rock solid they've looked defensively, but today was one of those days where it was the attacking players that got them out of jail. And in many ways it was a nod to the earlier days of Klopp's reign, where Liverpool were scintillating going forward and really potent, but looked vulnerable defensively. I think looking back just then, and Palace becoming the first team to score 3 goals in a league game against Liverpool since Manchester City lost here 4-3. That was over a year ago. So Palace, I'm sure, will count themselves very unfortunate they didn't leave anything to show for their troubles. They inflicted a shock defeat on Manchester City only a couple of weeks ago, and they threatened to do the same here today. They were much the better team. In that first half, I think their game plan worked to treat Liverpool, had all the ball, but did very, very little with it. And Palace always looked a threat on the counter attack with the pace of Townsend and with Zaha, who I thought was excellent today. Townsend firing them in front from a Zaha pullback. And Liverpool looked pretty devoid of ideas, but whatever Klopp said at half time did the trick. They came out absolutely flying at the start of that second half. Salah making a difficult finish look ridiculously easy when he hooked the ball home from close range after a Van Dijk shot had looped up off MacArthur, and then a bit of magic from Firmino, Roberto Firmino, turning in the box, darting away from Tompkins, and his shot finding the bottom corner via a deflection. At that point, midway through the second half, 2-1 up, we've come to expect this Liverpool team will take the sting out of games, control it, show maturity. That didn't happen today. It remained really open, and Palace came again and got themselves back on level terms. Some really poor marking. Tompkins completely unmarked from a corner and allowed to head home. Klopp took action. He took off Naby Keita, who really struggled today. Felt for him, wasn't able to grasp his chance. Shaqiri came on, and that helped Liverpool get the lead back again. They were given a helping hand by Julian Speroni, the veteran standing goalie for Palace, who he'll be having nightmares about the mistake that he made, because when Milner turned it back across goal, it didn't look like there was going to be an awful lot of danger, but Speroni made an absolute hash of it, ended up palming it towards his own line. It would have been an own goal, but for Salah, the poacher, knocking it, forcing it over the line from close range. So Great for Salah, 2 for him. That's was that 19 for the season. Now strengthens his grip on the Golden Boot in terms of the Premier League. Puts him at 2 clear of Kane and Aubameyang. And then another twist when James Milner saw red, got 2 yellows in quick succession, both for hacking down Zaha, so he'll serve a 1-match ban. He couldn't have any complaints. It was 2 nailed-on yellow cards. And then with 10 men, Liverpool scored a 4th. Sadio Mane cutting in off the left and slotting into the bottom corner. And then you thought at last they can relax, the job's done. Palace go straight down the other end, deep into stoppage time. Max Meyer scores their 3rd goal, and then it's an excruciating final few seconds. But when the hearts were pounding round here, Liverpool managed to hold on, and this place absolutely engulfed by relief. It's going to be like that from now till May, isn't it? It's another one to tick off, 15 to go, but Liverpool have taken a step closer to the Premier League crown. A massive 3 points here, beating Palace 4-3.